Bonjour tout le monde, welcome to Weekday Wandering in Paris. My name is Jacqui. Today I'm in the 19th arrondissement. We're at the Bassin de la Villette. Behind us we have the rotonde de la Place de Stalingrad. Sorry, there we go, Place de Stalingrad. This is where we are at the moment. Bonjour tout le monde, welcome. We arrived here via the Metro Jaurès, which is just over here next to us. And that's line 2, line 5 and line 7B, which is a tiny wee metro line. Okay, we're doing a little bit of a tour. Bonjour Judy. We're doing a little bit of a tour of Paris Plage. So 2 weeks ago we were at Paris Plage along the Seine, and this is the other Paris Plage, which is at La Villette. Okay, so bonjour Linda May, bonjour Sally Davies, who else did I miss? I think that's everybody. Hello to everyone, bonjour Margaret, salut. Okay, so let's start off, shall we? We're just doing a quick loop. So, got nice little fountains here, and this is the old time. So this here, bonjour Kim, welcome. So this building we can see behind us is the Rotonde, which was an old entry point to Paris. Back at the end of the 1700s, so 1786 I think this was completed, and it was a customs house. So this wall of Paris was here, and anyone coming in wanting to sell their wares would have to go to here and pay their taxes. So it's an octroi, they call it. Let me turn my camera around. We get a look down here. This is going down, this is the Bassin de la Villette, and it's heading down to the Parc de la Villette, which we've been to before. Okay, so just showing this. So this rotonde now is a restaurant. Okay, it's quite nice. Okay, so I have two little girls with me today. It is still the school holidays. Bonjour Susan McGregor. So we're going up these stairs here. The weather today, the girls were complaining they're a little bit chilly. Bonjour. Bonjour les filles, and we're heading here over top of the Canal Saint-Martin. So a little while ago I did a video in the Canal Saint-Martin in the 10th arrondissement. So we are relatively close to where we were, where we started that walk. So Metro Jaurès is just here, and if you can see beyond, you can see the canal heading. So this is going towards the 10th. It's where we started our walk last time, and that goes down towards Bassin, which then of course goes on to the Seine. Okay, Glenda May says, can you swim there? Hold that question, hold that thought, and I will get back to you very soon, okay? She says, with plans in place. Okay girls, let's go. So these walkways and stuff are a little bit treacherous, with camera in hand, hat under arm, and two children as well. So please bear with us. Okay, I'm going to hold the little one's hand because she needs a bit more support than the bigger one. Okay. So if you can imagine the structures that we're walking on, well, the canal itself has been here since Napoleon times. Napoleon was the person who... Sorry, I've got a child who wants to play a game, which is not very practical at the moment in time. Okay, so yeah, so Napoleon was the one who decided that this canal was to be built in the fashion that it now exists. So this was to provide clean fresh water to the people of Paris. It starts with the Canal Saint-Denis, which is right next to the Parc de la Villette, and then the Canal de l'Ourcq is the canal which goes in the Parc de la Villette, and we did a walk at the Parc de la Villette last summer, so about a year ago. And then it comes down to here, the Bassin de la Villette. Okay, so around here we've got a lot of this is Canorama, which is a canal boat tour. Croisier panorama. We also have lots of cafes. So this is a very cafe area. Deborah Paps, bonjour, how are you going? I know you've been sick in hospital. Are you out yet? I hope you're feeling better. Okay. So this is the movie theatre, MK2, or MK2 in English. But if we were to say MK2 to somebody, they wouldn't know what you're talking about. And there's actually another movie theatre right opposite on the other side. So this place, out of Paris plage season, is still very popular. All of these restaurants are open and they often have a lot of people coming down here. You can imagine it's a really popular place to come in the summer. Okay, so in terms of the Paris plage, what activities do they provide? Very similar to what they do over in the Seine where we were the other day. If you can probably see if I zoom in, you've got a class of people doing Tai Chi over there, over the other side. There's another canal tour company there. Okay, we're going to have to walk fast, girls. Okay, so I planned a little circuit, but it might take us a bit longer than I expected, so I better hustle on a little bit. So, okay, a lot of people might live in these apartments here. They're kind of, you can imagine, probably what, 80s, 1980s or 90s perhaps at the latest. So these would be very nice places to live, wouldn't they? If you're young and like to hang out next to the canal. Very chic area to be. You can see somebody's fishing there. So in terms of water quality, they are trying to improve the quality of the water. A lot of people do fish here. I'm not sure if it's catch and release or catch and eat, but personally I wouldn't be eating anything out of this river. They are, for the last, I think it was about 2015, they decided to make a commitment to making the Seine swimmable. They wanted to make that happen for the Olympics, and it's going to be at a very low level. I don't think it's necessarily swimming, but I think they'll be doing they're doing canoe and rowing for the Olympics. So obviously there's a little bit of swimming involved if people fall. Okay, so swimming specifically at the moment, there is this structure here which is shut. It opens at 11, so we can't go inside, but we will get a view when we go past it. This is called La Baignade, and this is a purpose-built swimming facility here. So the water is tested and it's filtered and everything. They've got these, what do you call them? Little filtration things which help to reduce the amount of horrible things in the water. But this is a baignade. So this is open from the 9th of July to the 21st of August. It is free. It is surveillé, so it's got people watching, and it's free access. So open from 11 AM till 11 PM. It has showers and toilets, but you have to wear a swimsuit and you have to wear a bonnet. Okay, which we wore the swimsuit, but we didn't bring a bonnet because where we come from nobody wears those. A bonnet, you know, a swimming cap. So it's part of the reason I haven't been swimming since I've been in Paris, because it's all very complicated. I'm used to just jumping in the water even with your clothes on sometimes, which of course you can't do that in a very built up city. So this baignade has taken up the whole side of the river here, so we have to walk along the street, but we're going to go to that little overpass just there. Sounds like the water quality of the Yarra, the Melbourne Yarra water. Okay, yeah, well, I think a lot of cities, you know, have a main water supply are quite, you know, the water quality is not great. Okay, Sally Davies. Did I say hi to you, Sally? I did, but hi there. And Sally said lived. Sorry, I don't know. This is really new. I loved in Rue Maroc on the other side of the canal. We're going to pop over there now. Let's go. So luckily we have these little stairways that go over to the other side of the river. So unlike the Seine-Paris plage, which is just on one side of the river, it's on the rive droite. This one is on both sides, and it goes all the way down to the Parc de la Villette, but we're not going to go down that far. We're just going to get here. It's got these steps here. So we got a lot of people online, so hello to everyone who I haven't already said hello to. Temperature wise today it's going to be 26 maximum, I believe. Although I understand that yesterday was 29. It felt certainly a lot hotter than that. It was really hot, in fact. Okay. So here we are on another walkway, which gives you a beautiful view both sides. So looking this way here, this is looking towards the Parc de la Villette, which is beyond that bridge here. Okay. So it's quite nice. And if we look this way, this gives you a view of the pools that I was just talking about, the baignade. So there's 4 pools. There's one that's 2 meters deep. I believe it's this one down the bottom, I'm not sure. Then there's a 1 meter pool, 1 meter or 1 meter 20 deep pool. And then there's shallower pools for little kids to play in. And it's also accessible by people in wheelchairs. I'm not sure where that is. Okay. Oh yeah. And then that's looking down to where we started at the Rotonde. Jen Lee, hi there. Looks like a beautiful day. Yes, so a beautiful sunny day. We've had a lot of sunny days. We actually had a thunderstorm last night. We were at the Paris plage by the Seine last night, and it was super hot, and we were basically passed out on deck chairs, and it was so hot. And then I said to the girls, we have to go because it's about to start raining, and sure enough we had a big thunderstorm, but it was actually quite pleasant. So this is the Bassin de la Villette in the 19th arrondissement. So there's I don't know if you can see the line 2 metro is above ground, just gone past there behind the Rotonde. I don't know if you saw that, it's a bit distant, but it's a beautiful view from this way. Okay, Glenda May said, so not really lap swimming. Okay, so the 2 meter pool is reserved for accomplished swimmers only, so I guess it's technically a lap pool. Maybe that's the big long one, I'm not really sure, to be honest. I'd have to go in, and like I said, it's shut at the moment, so I can't really tell you, and I've not been here before. But yes, there is, or maybe that is the long one there. So the idea is, yes, people who want to swim laps can do that in their designated pool. So that's the 2 meter pool. Judy said, nope, just heat relief. That's all I need, huh? So yesterday we spent a lot of time under the brumisateurs, which are what are they called? You know, water, spraying water. And that was very, very pleasant, wasn't it, Juliet? We got nice and wet, and then we could walk around for a little bit more until we got too hot, and then we had to find another brumisateur. If somebody could help me, what is the English word for brumisateur? Yeah, so this is standard down here. You've got some gentlemen down here playing table tennis. Mister, thank you, Monica. Thank you so much. I just couldn't for the life of me think of what the word was. Le baby foot. So the girls were playing this at Paris Plage yesterday. This one looks like it needs a bit of a clean. Did you girls like playing baby foot? Yeah? Okay. Okay, on y va? Les filles? Okay. So back down to river level now. So you got lots of activities that way. There's cafes and bars set up, lots of umbrellas with deck chairs and places to eat and relax, public toilets, new playgrounds they've put here. This area here that we're walking past now, so you see it's demarcated on the river, so that's where you can hire little boats, like kids can hire little boats, like Sophie. Sophie's almost at the age where she could hire a boat on her own, so they're super easy to ride. A 9-year-old could ride it, so we might go have a little trip. I haven't checked out the prices yet. Okay, so this is for playing pétanque, so you can go get the balls and hire a spot and play a bit of pétanque. The boulodrome. There's a playground just over here with the Nautilus, the famous submarine from Jules Verne's classic. Was it 20,000 Leagues Beneath the Sea? So there's a little playground for the kids. There's a tyrolienne, which is a flying fox. I don't know, that's what we call it in New Zealand. Anyone call it something different elsewhere? Okay. So again, this is where the little boats are. You see these little wee boats? So just big enough for little kids. Okay. So the weather for us has been around the late 20s, early 30s for several weeks now. Of course we did get up to the 40s a few times in the last few weeks as well, which has been extremely unpleasant. Flying fox in Oz, Judy says. Yeah, same here. Okay, these are bigger boats which can be hired by bigger people. So, and again, they can just go around this area here. We've got the lovely people doing Tai Chi, doing great. And I'm going to video these people. But it's very pretty, isn't it? It's very relaxing, apart from the bit of background noise we've got. Couple more cafes down here, and then of course these are just temporary, of course, but further down we've got the permanent cafes and stuff as well. So anyway, that's just our little wee walk around the Bassin de la Villette, which is where we are hosting you there. I hope you're all back. Judy says, how would you describe where you are now? What do you mean in terms of living? Like what sort of neighborhood it is? Is that what you're talking about, Judy? I don't know this neighborhood very well myself. I know at night time it is super chic. Yeah, the location. So 19th, this is Jaurès. It is a very bobo chic kind of area. I don't know what real estate prices are like here, but I know it's a very popular area. Is it close to any well-known places that people could relate to? Okay, so like I said, the Parc de la Villette is that away. And of course this is all the Canal Saint-Martin, so heading down this way. Yeah, this is the 19th, yes. Okay, so like I said, the walk that I did in the 10th arrondissement, so going down the canal towards where I'm pointing here, is the 10th arrondissement, which is again a very chic area, which heads down towards, so you've got a lot of cafes down that way, and you know, that was where I did that kind of sad walk, which basically took the route of where the November 2015 massacres took place. Lots of cafes down that way. And then it goes towards the Bassin. So it's kind of a, I mean, it's a popular area. This looks like a really lovely cafe here. But you know, it's not somewhere that I personally would go, but obviously, you know, there's a lot of apartments here, so it looks like a really hip happening place to live, I suppose, and hang out. But it's certainly not a touristy place as such. It's more, I think, locals. But obviously it's early in the morning and it is summertime. So being summertime and August in particular, like I said, it's very quiet in lots of parts of Paris. The touristy parts are crazy busy. Like, you know, if we were at the Louvre, for example, that would be nuts at the moment. But these places here, this is just really locals. Why wouldn't you go there, Jacqui? Personally, and now obviously everybody's different and I respect everybody else's opinions and everything, but I'm not a big fan of the area around Gare du Nord and generally the northeastern part of Paris, particularly because, you know, I've usually got 2 little kids in hands, and you know, I just want to make sure that they're safe and everything. It's not that it's not safe, it's just that I don't know, maybe it's just a personal thing. A lot of people come here a lot, but because there aren't a lot of tourist locations as such, you get less tourists around here. This is probably more of the real Paris. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't discourage people from coming here. Of course, the places you go with lots of people are usually good, but no matter where you are, it always pays to be prudent with your handbags and such. But this time of year there's lots of security around anyway, so I don't suppose would you, so Judy says, would you describe it as edgy? Edgy? This is probably a really bad example because now it's quite awesome, isn't it? It's quite calm and relaxing. In the evenings, maybe, but I haven't been here in a long time in the evenings either, so it's difficult to say. So yeah, I'm probably not the best judge. Like I said, I haven't been here in such a long time, so probably not the best person to give an opinion. But I just, in the past when I have been here, it seems a bit dodgy at times, but that was a while ago. So, and a lot of neighbourhoods, they change quite quickly. Some places that you know, be quite chic, and you've got a lot of you know, like upmarket, you know, apartments and restaurants and stuff like that, and then a lot of people buy up and then it becomes really dingy and dirty and stuff. But like I said, that's my perception and I could be completely wrong, so it might be worth, if somebody who lives in this area, who has lived in here recently, they might be able to get a much more rounded opinion of it. Anyway, there we go. I'm going to finish here because we're back to where we started. And that's a lovely view of the canal with the Bassin behind us, and a lovely view of the rotund behind us here. So thank you again for everyone for joining me. I'm not really an expert in this area, but I thought it was a nice place to come, because as Juliet said just before, I've never been here before, Mum. So we're going to go and explore a little bit more, probably go find some of the playgrounds, because there are a lot of playgrounds further down than we walked. We'll explore that and maybe have a cold drink somewhere. So thank you again for joining me, everybody. Take care, have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you all again next Friday. Okay? Judy says, thank you, Kim. Judy says, thank you so much for beaucoup, merci beaucoup. Sophie, Juliet, wishing you a wonderful Friday. Merci, bonne journée. Okay, thank you to everybody. Take care, we'll see you soon. Bye.